From balling on the netball court to facilitating in the development industry to placing an important lens in the modelling industry to an amazing showcase of South Sea Islander focus show, proud Aboriginal and South Sea Islander Jemmason Power makes her debut on Black Snow. Compelling, vulnerable and enigmatic. Jemmason Power, thank you so much and welcome to the For Your Reference podcast.
Welcome.
Oh, thanks, fam. And can I just say that was the deadliest introduction I've ever received, and it's now going to be ingrained in my brain. And yeah, that's so cool. Thank you for having me. Thank
no
you
worries.
so
you can NFT it, you can GIF it, you can do whatever you like.
So before we get started, we would love to take the time to honor where you're from and the lands you acknowledge.
Thank you so much, fam. We're saying that I'm actually, I want to acknowledge the lands on which I'm currently connecting in from, which is on Durumble country in Rockhampton, which is actually my birthplace. Wow. So that's like super special. And it just so happens that I'm here with family for a little bit of an early break, early holiday. So it's really special that I get to connect with you on my birthplace. In Durumble country. So, and I just want to, acknowledge my elders, past and present, and, pay my respects to the work and the energy that they give me every day, and really honor the traditional custodians and where I'm coming from here, but also where I work back in the engine. Because without country, we have nothing, and we are nothing. So, honouring and respecting the people who have gone before us in order for me to do what I do today. So I really appreciate you guys for just allowing space for us to take time to give honour where honour is due.
Yeah,
always.
We're currently recording on Wongal country. I hail from the islands of Tonga, if you'd like to acknowledge your lands as well.
And I'm from Kenya.
Sadly.
We're feeling that Pitbull Mr. Worldwide right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so much importance on Indigenous storytelling and really speaking with your full chest on stories that are real. And, if it's not real, we're going to sniff it out and we're going to feel it, right?
Oh, yeah. Amen to that.
So I just wanted to start off this interview just talking about, a history that even Australians aren't very familiar with about South Sea Islander people, because Black Snow does talk about that. And I just wanted to hear what that process was in working on Black Snow and playing the beautiful character of Hazel.
Yeah, definitely. It's by all accounts, a special piece, and one that I think is, it's the right time for it to come about. And I feel like, as a South Sea Islander community, we're very much ingrained in our faith. We have a very strong faith foundations, whether it be in Pentecostal or Seventh-day Adventists. And that's definitely a strong theme that you can see throughout the piece in terms of the South Sea Islander values as a community. And in terms of introducing the world, like not just Australians, but the world to our history as well, because we live and work here on Aboriginal country. And yet people don't know who we are. And so we're often referred to as the forgotten people. And when we say referred to, we refer to, that's what our aunties explain our communities as. Auntie Marion Healy, who was the cultural advisor and who actually led all of our cast and crew on a cultural immersion for this production. That's what she would refer to us as the forgotten people. And as all of our cast and crew were able to go through this learning experience, they were able to really actually sit with that, just those words, because words have meanings, and the meanings that we place on words have power to them. And so for people to realize that, we are a people that are here in Australia and who had a massive, massive impact on, the sugar and cotton industry. And that's the flourishing industry that we see today. That's off the backs of our people. And so to be a part of this project that speaks to that in a way that's tasteful and entertaining, and thought-provoking, and it has all the things all bottled up in it. And I think it's just a really exciting and beautiful piece to be a part of, not just the end product, this gripping 6-part series of a whodunit. Like, who doesn't like a whodunit series? But also the underlying themes and just these beautiful, I call them Easter eggs, or golden nuggets, whatever you want to put to that you get to discover along the way. So I think I'm really excited about that, for people to discover our history whilst just being entertained, I suppose, as storytellers too.
And I think,
I don't know if that answered it, but
it kind of covered everything. I think something that's also important that's explored in the show is we've got this history that, again, no one is talking about, but then there's also recent histories that are happening as well, like using Pacific bodies for labor. Can we talk about it? It's time to talk about it.
It is. It is, and it's so true. Hey, I hope that this show does that for people. Starts getting people to ask the question: did this really happen? And for people to actually do their own homework and go, wait, is it still happening? Is this still a thing? And that being an invitation for everyone to go along the journey together, and it not be something that divides people but brings us together as a nation, and as this beautiful mix of communities coming together. Like, we have to embrace that if we're going to kind of move together as one. And let's talk about it. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I got time.
And I think that's really cool.
The DMs have time. We've all got the time.
But I think that's really cool how I get to, I guess, embody that through Hazel. I'm naturally, and I think people find this out really quickly, is that, like, I'm naturally like this bubbly, like, kind of happy-go-lucky person. But I wrestle with a lot of hard stuff as well, as an Aboriginal and South Sea Islander woman, and a mother, and a sister, and a daughter. And all those things, those responsibilities and those complexities that come with it. I was really excited to bring all of that into this character that is Hazel, which is kind of scary too, because she's intense. And
she's been through it.
That's the thing. The truth of the matter is she's been through it. And I was really, really, it was a personal blessing for me to be able to physically embrace all of and kind of bring that to the forefront. Because I suppose in our realities today, or just our realities in general, is that you can't necessarily do that in society without being looked upon as, angry.
We're not afforded the space to be human sometimes, I think.
Yeah. Oh, preach. That's
What was your favorite scene to shoot?
My favorite scene to shoot? Oh, the one with there's a scene, and I'm trying to think if it doesn't spoil anything, but it doesn't. The scene where Hazel gets to spend time with her family.
Yeah.
And she just gets to fully sit and be in her black joy.
Yes.
We love black joy.
Run it back one more time, Jemmason. Run it back one more time.
That's it. That's honestly, that's the scene. Actually, there's two of them, and I think, I feel like people will be able to pick them out straight away, where it's just like she just gets to sit and be in black joy. Yeah. And for that to really be showcased, and for, you know, us as blackfellas and people who know that feeling, like I get like goosebumps on my face just thinking of it, because it's just such a special space to be in. Because the cultural load that we carry, and I say that as a collective in this space, it's not a uniform that we can take on and like put on and take off. We carry this cultural load and these responsibilities into our work lives, into our schools, into the shops, everywhere we go. And there's this kind of, you have to have this sturdiness about you in order to kind of survive and thrive. But the one place where, you know, many of us don't have to have that is with family, with kin, with mob, you know, sitting around a table, having yarns, eating food. A lot of it's around food. You know, it's just being together with each other, breaking bread around the fire with the guitar, with 3 guitars, and everyone just singing. And like, that's, for me, that was, one of my favorite pieces to be a part of, because that definitely, there was no acting involved in that space. It was just, you know, I've actually felt sorry for the crew at one time because we were having too much fun and we were like trying to be quiet in parts, and it was just, and I just kept saying to the director, like, you ain't gonna get us to be quiet, like, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to do your movie magic and snip around the noise.
But don't you worry. I cried many a tear, many a happy tear, many a heartbreaking tear, you know, watching these episodes. And, you know, just even moments of like driving around with your aunties and going to places. And what I really love about Black Snow is there is no fear in venturing into and saying hard to talk about stuff. Being like, you see this wealth? This was on the backs of our people. You see that?
Right. And just like, let's not circle around this history or thread it into something and make it a part of it, you know, an analogy for people to kind of guess. It's like, it's there in your face. There's no need to read between the lines. Auntie said what she said.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that. I love the freedom that this gave, you know, our aunties and our matriarchs in this piece to just speak their truths, speak our truth in such a beautiful way. Yeah.
Even if you don't want to hear the truth.
Having spoken of Easter eggs and nuggets, was there something specifically that South Islanders will see and be like, yeah, that's a nod to the community? Oh,
my goodness. Oh man, I think it's like every episode you'll find something in there, whether it's like make sure you're home before those street lights get on. Otherwise, best believe you're going to be in trouble, fam. You know, the love and the fierce protectiveness of our parents. You know, the fierce protectiveness. You know, I've got an amazing mum and dad, and you know, there's so many things where, like Hazel's dad, and even, you know, in the 1994 period where, you know, they're so proud too. They're so proud of their children's achievements, and it's like, that's us to a T. But even with our hair, oh my goodness, I don't even have enough time. I could speak on this for hours. The fact that, like, growing up, we had, like, for me, I had this like innate hate towards my curly hair. Always wanted to straighten it. Always wanted to make it like look like the other girls in my school, just to make it pretty. And so a lot of the dialogue that went on between young Hazel and young Izzy, it was just like, oh, don't you know it? And then, you know, Glenda telling her, like, don't ruin this beautiful hair. And it's just like, that's right. Tell all those girls, don't ruin it.
Literally
so
getting the iron out and like
this. I kid you not. I've done that in my adult years. When I've gone back home to Bowen and I didn't pack my straightener, and we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. Just like sit there.
She's extra crispy today. Yeah.
Fresh and crispy. Yeah. So yeah, there's heaps, but I think the family connotations and the hair was a massive one, for obvious reasons. But yeah, that I think a lot of us have gone through that stage, and as kids and young adults of just not embracing our hair. And I'm so glad that it hasn't taken me a whole lifetime to get to the stage where I love my curls, but that's been a journey in itself. So I really hope that that's a bit of a love letter to our young ones, to go like, keep those curls, boo.
One of my favorite moments in the show was it's an event and it's going to go off when a guitar comes out and they start swinging Sweet Darling.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh.
Jemmason, tears, happy tears, sad tears, generations of tears just like came down.
Honestly, that was, I don't even know. I can't even remember how it came to be, but we were just like, you have to sing that one.
Yeah.
And that just was like it to a T. Like that's our community to a T. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You haven't been to a South Sea event unless a guitar has been pulled out, and that song has been sung.
So we'll wrap up with our final question.
So what do you think will be the lasting message of the show?
There is no way that people will forget who South Sea Islander people are after this show. Through our stories, through our music, through our pain, and through our joy. I think this message is a beautiful introduction to who we are as a people, through our music, through our pain, but also through our joy. So I hope people feel that, not just in the scenes and through us, like our physical appearances, but also through the music. The music of Black Snow really hits you different, and there's a reason for that, because
Ziggy Ramo,
a lot of us.
I was like, this music, like this was curated. Oh, shivers!
It was everything of Black Snow was curated with love.
Yeah.
Everything, and right down to the music. Oh, yeah.
Love to see it. Really did.
Well, it's an introduction to the world on the South Sea Islander community. It's an introduction of Jemmason Power, friends and lovers. This has been so amazing. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to? Oh, plug feels a bit gross and commercial right now. But is there anything else you want to leave us with?
Oh man, no, just that I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the work that you do in this space. I certainly, as just like this rookie, coming into this space, and seeing the love and the energy that you put into your interviews and the content that you put out. Like I'm so happy when they told me that I was hanging out with you guys for like a short, really, really short amount of time. No plugs apart from, if you want to jump on and watch Black Snow, and binge watch it too, because it all comes out, which is so amazing, on New Year's Day.
Yep.
And yeah, it's been an absolute incredible experience so far, and it's just the beginning. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this journey and this experience with the rest of the South Sea Islander community and the wider Australian community and the world. Like, let's just take it international, fam. Like, why not?
Well, your screening, you went and screened it in the UK, did you? With Sundance Now, All 3 Media as well?
Yeah.
Your socials aren't just for Luke's, I know.
Yeah, like we just kind of did that one on the low. Hey, like let's just fly over to London and go screen it with a whole bunch of people from all different countries. Like it's insane. I'm still trying to get a grips on it, because obviously this has been my first project, acting and in the film world. So I'm just kind of this massive like sponge at the moment, trying to take it all in, and I'll be reaching out to you on your DMs just to like holler at me for some tips and hints and stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be rookies for times to come, so we can hit it up together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Fam. Appreciate you guys.
Malo apito.
Asante sana.
Eso, fam. Thank you.